Welcome to the Registered Investment Advisor Podcast, where financial services marketing expert Seth Greene interviews experts, executives, and top producers to share can't-miss tips on how they successfully manage their financial service firms, grow their businesses, create great relationships, and influence the industry. And now, here's your host, Seth Greene.
Welcome to the podcast. This is your host, Seth Greene. Today I have the good fortune to be interviewing longtime friend and repeat guest, Luke Acree of ReminderMedia. Luke, thanks so much for coming back.
Seth, man, thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Yes, and we are excited to have you on our upcoming Ultimate Referral Generation Summit as one of our keynote speakers. But let's go back in time for our folks who may not be familiar with you, may not have listened to the previous episode. Tell us, what is ReminderMedia and what do you do that is so powerful to help our business owners, financial advisors, real estate agents, and professionals generate more referrals?
Love it. So president of a company called ReminderMedia. Our specialty is really what I call is relationship marketing. But the ultimate goal, what do you want as an advisor, as a business owner? You want referrals. You want repeat transactions. How do you get that? All of us know you have to keep in touch. Never have to convince anybody of that. It's really not should you, it's just how. And that's really where we step in. We create for you extremely unique touch points from both a product side and content side. Our most popular is our flagship product, which is a personally branded magazine. So we literally create a magazine for your business and send it to your database to keep you top of mind. But we've grown it to where we now have a digital email marketing program that includes your digital magazine, social media. So we're doing a bunch of different stuff. But the premise is this, is if you want a way to keep in touch with your database that's automated for you, that is high quality, turnkey, and that will cause people to respond so you can have conversations, that's really what we do. That's where we step in.
And that is an understatement, and we will dive into all of that. And obviously, we'll tell people a little bit about what you're going to be sharing, the awesome presentation you've got at the upcoming summit. Full disclosure, I am a repeat client of ReminderMedia. I use their products in every business that I own, and every time ReminderMedia sends out marketing on our behalf, our phone rings. So I am a product of the product. It absolutely works. I would not do business without it. So let's go back. Let's do a little bit of the history, because there's obviously a very interesting story and how ReminderMedia got started in the first place. Let's do the short version of that.
Yeah, sure. So, the story goes, my journey is this, grew up in a homeschool family. So I was 8 kids, homeschooled all the way to college, thought I was going to be a musician. That didn't work out, wasn't talented enough. Went to community college, started my first business, which was Nextmark Design, website design company, graphics, doing that for small businesses. Did that for about almost 5 years. My uncle at the time, who's now my partner in crime here at ReminderMedia, he had started ReminderMedia about 18 years ago. And he reached a point in his journey, which a lot of people listening to this could probably have, camaraderie with, is, man, business is a roller coaster. So there's a lot of ups and downs. And he had just reached a point in his journey where he was just like, man, I'm just not sure if I want to keep doing this. We were talking. He was a mentor to me at the time, and he convinced me to join forces with him about 11 years ago. And to shorten the story, man, God's blessed us. It's been amazing. We've had the privilege to work with over 100,000 small business owners in 140 different industries. And I like saying that because I think it gives me a unique perspective for people, that where my specialty is how does the consumer respond? Not how does the financial advisor or real estate agent or accountant, which is all good. We work with all of them. It's more of just like, how do you convince consumers to respond? And so we've had the privilege now to work in over 140 different industries, 100,000 plus clients. And it's really been interesting to see how it's grown over the years, specifically over the last 2 years, how print has become so much more popular since the pandemic hit. And I think that's, people are at home, QR codes are coming back, but I also think it's because there's so much noise in the digital marketing space that everybody's getting 40 plus emails a day. Everybody's getting so many social media posts. How do you stand out? And print is kind of a secret weapon right now. It's hard to believe I'm saying that, but it's kind of a secret weapon.
It is absolutely true. I think that, man, I wish I only got 40 emails a day. So that would be a nice vacation for me to get 40 instead of 400. I think, we're huge proponents of print. We've been doing direct mail for 20 years. However, I think you're absolutely right. It is definitely the new resurgence of direct mail is definitely because of the pandemic. Fewer people are doing it. More people are home. Yep. I think people are starved for good quality content, right? Your email box is flooded. It's so easy to hit delete all the way down, right? It's easy to not scroll through your entire newsfeed on Facebook, which makes it harder to reach people that way. I think sending them something, I know your digital stuff is beautiful and obviously works to supplement, but I think the core offering, I think sending them something physical in the mail that's gorgeous, well-designed, educational, not salesy in any way, all warm, lifestyle-driven content. I mean, I have had clients come into my physical office in Western New York with a binder. They put holes in every magazine. They save them all. I get phone calls going, oh my God, thank you so much. Like I had clients who were having financial issues be like, we canceled every magazine subscription to save money during the pandemic, but we're so glad we still get yours. It's like our lifeline. Like, I mean, the things that you hear are absolutely incredible, and you don't have to produce a word of it as the agent, as the advisor. You don't have to do it yourself.
I love hearing that. I would tell you there's a study to back that up too. Temple University did a research study with the U.S. Postal Office, and they were studying the effects of direct mail versus digital. And it's a really interesting study. You guys can Google it. It will probably come right up for you. But they were studying like how people respond and the recall memory of direct mail versus digital ads. And they measured where people's eyes looked, how long they focused, the recalling of the ad and what the ad was about, the physical nature. They even put sensors on people. It was really interesting. But here's what they found, to summarize it, is that digital is great, serves a purpose. Print is great, serves a purpose. But print, where it is unique, is it can create an emotional impact with the consumer. And so it recalls faster, that people remember it longer, and it allows you to move emotionally with them. And if you think about it, when you get a personal handwritten note, you open it. When you get an Amazon package, a FedEx package, you open it. The premise of our magazine is the same concept. It's a really high quality piece, personalized. So people, when they pull it out of their mailbox, they don't think solicitation. They don't think junk mail. They think, oh, wow, Seth thought about me. This is a gift Seth's sending me, and they keep it. And our average shelf life is about 4 weeks in the home, average read times 44 minutes. So it's been a really, really powerful thing to supplement your omnipresent marketing.
Absolutely. I mean, nobody deletes a magazine, right? You would physically have to throw it out. People read it. It stays on the coffee table. It stays on the dining room table. It's a pile mail. They don't immediately toss it. It's not another dinner invitation to a seminar, for example, that they're not going to go to. I think all of those factors make it work so well. And then, of course, you guys have always been at the forefront of innovation. It started as a magazine that I believe your uncle did originally for real estate agents, because people said they would use the real estate agent again, but they never did. Yep. 7 years later when they moved, because they forgot who they were. They said they would refer, but they never did because they forgot who they were. He solved a problem there and then branched out into other industries, obviously, including financial services. You've helped 140 different industries. I think, you know what, we would think they should hand out my business card because it would fit in their wallet. I've had more people come in with a magazine saying, so-and-so gave me this magazine and told me to call you. Magazine's got nothing to do with financial services whatsoever. It doesn't matter. It's something different. It's something big. They don't just toss it. They save it. They read it. And even though it's got nothing to do with money, they pick up the phone and call because nobody else does it.
Bingo, man. No, you're spot on. It's like a lot of people, when they sign up for our magazine, the first thing they think is like, Luke, why aren't you talking about financial services in this? Or why aren't you putting a bunch of real estate content? Or it's like, actually, that's counter what we're trying to do. Everybody markets with me-based information, with transactional information. You need that. You need transactional info going out. You need me-based marketing going out. But the core of what you need is relationship-based marketing. What's relationship-based marketing? It's not what you want. It's not what you desire to receive. It's not the message that you're trying to put forth. It's what your clients want. It's what they enjoy. And so the magazine's just lifestyle-based. We have 4 different magazines to choose from now. We have a home and garden one, a health one. We have a lifestyle one. We actually have a business one. So if you have clients that want to learn thought leadership.
I did not know that. I got another company to hire you for. Send me information on that one. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, people are loving it. It's blowing up. The whole concept is, hey, Seth, care about you, thought you would enjoy this information. sending it to you. We have a senior living one in the works. We have a pet magazine in the works, because the idea is send the magazine that you think your clients will enjoy the most. And then here's the secret. The real secret is you need passive marketing, which is digital touch points, print touch points, social media posts. All that is passive, meaning people are seeing you. It's reinforcing your brand in their mind. But you need what I like to call our triggers in your business so you can be proactive. And so what we teach our advisors to do is we teach them when the magazine hits mailboxes, we notify you. And you need to then reach out to that person and simply just going, hey, Seth, was thinking about you today, brother. Just got my latest issue of Start Healthy magazine. I know I'm sending it to you as a gift. How's life going? I get to catch up with Seth by a non-salesy phone call, just checking in, using the magazine as my reason to call, and then do what you do best as a business owner. Hey, Seth, love being your financial advisor. Or if I'm a real estate agent, love being your real estate agent. You know, hey, I really want to help a lot of people this year. And when I think about the clients I want to work with, not to be funny, would love to have a bunch of Seths that I could work with. Do you know anybody that you could connect me with that I would love to introduce myself? Maybe they're not looking to buy or sell today, but I would love to introduce myself, get them out this magazine and be of value to them. Anybody come to mind? The average person usually knows 2 to 3 people that they're connected to that need your services if you're a professional service provider. If you send 50 magazines, that's 150 potential opportunities that you can capitalize. You just need a reason to be proactive and a reason to call that's non-salesy. That's what I want to do.
I am going to tweak what you said just a little bit and say you could have that conversation the way Luke just explained it. Or if you attend the referral summit, the Ultimate Referral Generation Summit, you will learn another way, no offense, a more elegant way that will generate even more referrals than the one you just had. And if you come to the event online, you will learn even more strategies to get those referrals organically without even having to ask at all, which is my favorite part. So in addition to all of that, you guys are at the forefront on some cutting edge marketing stuff. So talk a little bit about, you've got some crazy predictive analytics. Like I get emails from you that say, you should talk to these 7 people who get their magazine because our analytics indicate blah, 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 blah. Talk a lot about that data, because every time I make that phone call, they're like, yeah, I am in the market for blankety blank. I was thinking about that. How did you know? And I'm like, I don't know. I got the geniuses at ReminderMedia to figure it out.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously data is king, as everybody knows. And we're living in a world where everything's getting collected and there's tons of public record getting aggregated. And what we're looking for is, if you think about professional services, specifically like financial advising, insurance, buying or selling a home, what usually precedes those things? Usually it's major life events. Somebody gets married, somebody has a kid, something's going on with their taxes, things that you can get access to a lot of times with public record. And so we have partnered up with some of the best data companies in the world. They're aggregating all this data from credit card companies, from search companies, from public record on taxes, property records. They then create these algorithms that look for correlations in the data. So I'll give you a simple example. I'm not a data scientist, but I think this will drive it home for people, right? So if you are a real estate agent right now and you want to get in front of people who are likely to move, well, think about this. My wife, Megan, and I, we just had our first kid, our daughter, little Evelyn. She's about a year old, right? So we have a kid. That's public record. You can find that type of stuff out based upon a lot of things that I do. Not only that, you can find out what house I live in. So you can look and go, wow, Luke and Megan, they live in a 1-bedroom house. They just had their first kid. There's a chance that people who live in a 1-bedroom house that just have a kid are probably going to upgrade because they need more room. That's called a data correlation. Now, that's an oversimplification. What this algorithm is doing is literally taking thousands of data points and going, based upon what we've seen happen in the past, we can predict that Seth is likely to do this. It's not perfect. We include this data for free in your subscription, just to encourage you to do what I said, pick up the phone and have conversations, because conversations build relationships, relationships lead to referrals, relationships lead to repeat business. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. All right. Now, obviously you guys do a whole lot more than the magazine, even though that's the core product and what started it all. Talk a little bit, let's tease the summit a little bit. Talk a little bit about the awesome presentation you're going to give there, which is way more than only a magazine for those people thinking, I don't need that, but they've got some misconception that's wrong, which we'll get rid of. But talk a little bit about what you're going to be talking about on the summit on May 16th.
Yeah, sure. Well, so the title of my talk is going to be the 3-step marketing plan to turn clients into raving fans. that refer you and never leave. So if you want to come learn how to do that, and here's what I love to do is so often we live in the echo chambers of our industries. So if you're in financial services, you only listen to financial service people, the coaches in that industry, you only listen to the peers in that industry. So I want to take us outside our industries and go look at some of the best companies in the world at creating raving fans. The people that are in this Fortune 500, Fortune 50 type categories. What do they do in their business? What actually creates a raving fan? And then I want to showcase to you, we've been at this for 18 years. We've worked with over 100,000 clients, 140 industries. We sent well over 100 million pieces of direct mail, hundreds of millions of marketing emails, millions spent on social media. All this that we've experienced boots on the ground, we have put into a marketing plan and a framework that regardless of if you use us or not, I am going to walk you through a 3-step framework called FIT. That I promise you, if you implemented this in your business, referrals will start coming to you because I've seen it time and time again. Got my own brother who's a real estate agent in Virginia. You guys can look him up, Stephen Acree, did 320 transactions last year, 320 using this framework. 191 of those transactions came directly from his sphere for referrals and repeat business. 191 of them, right? So I want to walk you through a framework that allows you to do omnipresent marketing, which means I want them to see you on the coffee table, see you in the email inbox, see you on social, have the conversations with you. And here's the pain points that I think people have. They want to get referrals, but they don't know how often they should keep in touch. We're going to talk about that. Like the actual literal numbers, like how many times should you be in front of people? We're going to talk about how do you actually get remembered? Psychologically, what creates memorability from a marketing standpoint? And then we're going to talk about probably the most important thing, which is how do you lead them recognizing you, them remembering you, to them actually trusting you so they refer you business, they come and use you again. So we're going to talk about from a marketing perspective, how do you psychologically build trust so people want to come and use you and not your competition. So I'm excited about it. You can tell. I think it's going to be full of info and value for you. You're not going to want to miss it.
Absolutely. And make sure to go check that out and register for your ticket, ultimatereferralsummit.com/offer. Congratulations on joining the parenting cult, by the way.
Thank you.
And I think it's really important because as professionals, we think if we just do our job, if we're just good at what we do, our clients will refer. They should refer. We just did a good job. Isn't that enough? And it's not. And we'll talk about on the summit why that's not enough and why there has to be something different that actually gets them to refer. I think you made some awesome points. Your passion is obvious. What do you like best about what you're doing?
What I love the most about what I'm doing is the vision statement of our company is empowering entrepreneurs to live a life of freedom. Right? I want to empower people to do more of what they love in their business, less of what they don't love in their business, give them more. How we do that tactically every day is through our mission, which is helping them close more deals and retain more business. And when you close more deals, retain more business, you get commission checks. When you get commission checks, you can choose the schools you want your kids to go to, the vacations you want to go on. So I'm super passionate. I love waking up, creating impact in entrepreneurs' businesses every single day. And I'm obsessed with why people respond to marketing and why they actually refer. Like why is a company like Chick-fil-A making more money in 6 days a week than fast food restaurants making 7, or the top 3 fast food restaurants are making more per store than all those combined? Why is that? And there's actually processes there. There's actually things that are happening within a business like that I think we can steal, or I shouldn't say steal, we can
swipe.
Yeah, exactly. We can swipe and use in our own businesses to create unexpected experiences that people rave about, and they can't stop but coming back to you. Wait until I tell you guys the story about the podometrist whose clients would drive past multiple podometrists to come and use them, and why that happened just because of one simple thing they were doing in their business.
And I think you mean podiatrist. Is that foot doctor, right?
Yes, podiatrist. I kept saying podometrist.
A pedometer is what tracks how many steps you take. The podiatrist is the doctor who helps your feet after you take all the steps, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. All right. Well, if you're looking into the summit, go to ultimatereferralsummit.com/offer. If they want to learn more about ReminderMedia and all the things that you do, where should they go?
So if you want to learn about Reminder Media, you can go to remindermedia.com. You can also find us on all the social channels at Reminder Media. We'd love to connect with you. Love to talk with you more. I'd love to connect with you personally. My handles are at Luke Acree. My last name is Acree. So Acre with an extra E. So at Luke Acree, we'd love to connect with you, answer any questions you have, and just deliver value.
Awesome. This has been Seth Greene with Luke Acree from Reminder Media. Luke, thanks so much for joining us, and I can't wait for the summit.